What up, 30 in the message? It's your girl, Beleza.
It's your girl, Kiki.
And it's your girl, Gigi. You finally could put a face to our names. Welcome.
We made it. So if you don't know, now you know. Today is our official launch of our video.
Yes, it's a long time coming.
Yep. So make sure you got your buckets and your mops still, because it's still gonna be messy over here. That's all I gotta say.
And I mean, if you wasn't following us before, again, we're in Atlanta. Me and Kiki are in Atlanta, and Gigi's in New York. So this is why we in two different rooms. Or she might be in Bangladesh the way she be all over the place.
Or Japan. Or Taiwan.
Or Thailand.
Or, she picks Argentina. And chooses where she wants to be. It's Dubai next month.
For real. I think it really is Dubai, like, in a few months, though.
She be everywhere but you.
I ended up canceling that trip.
Oh, you did? Mm-hmm. We going to Germany, though. That's not canceled. That's canceled.
Those dates, I'm glad you remember. I got to put in my leave request to make sure everything's all situated for that.
Okay, please. How was y'all weekends?
Chilling.
Mine too.
My weekend was good. Yeah, it's cold in New York. So my weekend was a lot of running outside because I was trying to get from one point inside to the next point inside. And
how was you running?
So I was like, had my
You're incredible. What the heck?
It was cold, bro. You know,
man,
you know, it was cold.
Wait, what you say, Gigi?
You gotta lean forward so you get that momentum, you know? You gotta lean. You go faster when you lean forward.
It's not like the horse ride when you sit back. You don't sit back, you walk.
But no, my weekend was good. Definitely a reset that I needed. Every weekend I use for a reset. During the week, things be moving so fast, I don't have time to reset. So it was a good weekend.
You ain't lying. And now my job is hybrid. I mean, it's always been hybrid, but now we work Monday through Wednesday in the office, as opposed to Tuesday through Thursday in the office. It's an adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I like that work week. I like that because I know last episode we talked about how we need to have 3-day work weeks. So I'm pretty sure it don't feel like a 3-day work week because you are working those other days. But
I like having that Monday, Friday, because I kind of felt like going into the weekend and then coming back, but I'm slowly coming back. But now it's boom. Now I really got to do my meal prep on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
That's facts.
But I'm not going to complain because I'm hybrid, so we good.
Right. Some people still ain't got this luxury.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Shout out to all the educators and whatnot. Yeah, I go in 24/5.
Yeah, I have said my job. My job has been go back to 9 to 5.
What'd you say, Gigi?
Anybody who's looking for a job, because some people don't have a job altogether, make sure you're sprucing up that resume and you're sending it to hiring managers that align with the kind of career that you're trying to get or the kind of job you're trying to get. Because sometimes the hiring managers be the plug. Just saying.
They do every time. Every time I hit my rep up or one of my friends looking for a job, I'm like, hey, who's the rep for this job right here? I send their resume straight to them.
Mm-hmm.
So. All right. What is the topic for today?
Right. So we're about to get right into it. Topic today is women lie, men lie.
Women lie, men lie, women lie.
Everybody lying, right?
Lie.
So first question I have for you guys is, what do you consider to be emotional cheating?
I think emotional cheating is anything that's outside of your partner. If it brings you emotional attachment to that, you have to have it to feel emotionally good. I think that's emotional cheating.
That's fair. I mean, mine's pretty much that. I mean, flirting over the internet or texting someone, or that's really
Like
emotional cheating.
to fulfill an emotional need. That's what emotional cheating is.
Mhm.
As long as it makes you tinkle and get them butterflies inside.
Mm. Honestly, I would say emotional cheating is anything other than physicality. Like whatever you would do with your spouse, you're doing with another person. You're just not having sex with them or touching them.
That's true.
But I also feel like emotional cheating could come from like if you're doing something and you can't tell your spouse that you're doing this, you might be emotionally cheating.
So what, Jerry, you saying that you saying that's extreme?
Yes, that's extreme because I'll be kicking and cracking up and laughing with everybody. But I don't be like
no, but like more so, there's a difference between laughing with somebody and then like flirting laughing with somebody.
Like you making,
like you doing too much, you touching them and all of that.
Inappropriate jokes, it's there's a line, there's a line that's crossed.
But listen, I'm kind, right? And sometimes there are men that take my kindness as flirting. So I can't control that part of it.
I agree, because I'm the same way. I'm a very kind person.
I'm a flirt.
I'm just and I feel that because of like a lot of times the world we're in, a lot of people don't know the difference. Like if you're being kind, they automatically think that's you trying to get in. But I agree that people can confuse that with flirting. But what would be the difference? Like what do you feel is the difference between being kind and flirting?
I feel like it's when you give that extra step. So for instance, like even when I'm with my homeboys, and I'm like, oh, you looking fresh? You're like, okay, thank you. And then you gotta take. I mean, like, listen, if you was with me, I'd be feeling like that is when you take it too far.
Too much.
Yes, that's too much.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, that's too much. Like, yeah, I could see that. But I also like I'm just kind. Like I don't be flirting or anything, guys. Like you'll have a guy be like, if you keep treating me like that, then I'm gonna have to take you out or something like that. Like I just be looking like, where the fuck that come from? Like I didn't even insinuate that I wanted to go out with this person. Like I don't say it to them, but I just be thinking like,
see that I feel like that's different. I feel like that's them trying to push up on you. Like, okay, I'm feeling you. So that was like you gave them kind of like an easy segue to give you, I guess, what they call riz nowadays. They try to put their little riz on you.
I don't know what these whippersnappers. That word is new.
These whippersnappers.
No, but that's when they try to smooth talk you real quick, and they try to. Okay, that's a perfect segue to say, "Huh, keep smiling like that." I might have to get you a drink.
But that's why a lot of women stop being nice a lot of times, because they know, oh, if I be nice, they think that's opening the door for them to flirt or try to get with me, and that's not the intention I'm having.
But I feel like, don't guys do that same thing?
I do, but I feel like women sometimes have more self-control over it. Like, we don't think every guy being nice to us means that they're trying to get with us or us trying to get with them.
No, some girls do think that like a guy will be stopping to ask them something or to like give them some advice or let them know they got tissue issue or something like that, and the girl will be like, I got a man.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa. I'm just trying to see where 54th Street at.
No, that's facts.
I'm just looking at where 54th Street at.
But that goes back to what I was just saying. A lot of times women feel the need to be mean because they think that guys are trying to segue into getting with them. So they feel that they automatically have to come with this anger or this meanness to a guy. You don't have to. Like, he was just opening the door, sis. It's okay.
Politely decline. Just politely decline.
And then turn it up if you don't get the message. Sir, I'm good.
I appreciate you. They do.
Great. Do you guys feel there's a reason to emotionally cheat ever?
Do I think it's a reason?
Say it again, Gigi. My bad.
You said, do I think it's a reason for them to cheat emotionally?
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's ever a reason, like a need to emotionally cheat?
I'm pretty sure people can always come up with like a reason to do it or have like some type of excuse to do it. But like, I think there is like, I guess if you're asking your partner, like you're actively working to get toward like, hey, like I'm feeling like my emotional need is not being met in this area, and like talking with them like how we can improve it and grow it. And the person is like, well, I don't care about your emotional needs. Like, you got roof over your head, right? Like, I pay the bills, right? Or you always got money in your pocket, right? Like, what you need me to be there emotionally for? Like, then I think that there's a reason to like emotionally cheat, because we're humans. Like, we need that connection. Like, we need that kind of stuff. Well, a lot of us need it. I don't know about everybody, but
why don't you just break up with them though? They're not doing with you.
Yeah, if I feel like I have to emotionally cheat, I'm not gonna stay. Like, I'm not gonna be. But some people feel like, I like this person, they do everything else I want them. I want from them, but it's just this one piece, and so I'm gonna go get it somewhere else. Like, I'm not gonna go sleep with nobody else. I'm not gonna go beyond like just being emotional. But I think even that leaves the door open to cheat with somebody physically too, when you have like that emotional, when you're going outside of your relationship to get emotional fulfillment. I mean,
nah, I agree with you, because we have a friend. We know somebody.
Sorry.
And they be emotionally cheating, right?
Hard.
Like, hard. Like,
this,
but they seem like, you know, because I'm not physical. Say it again. We over here drinking our smoothies, y'all.
does this friend watch us?
You know what? I don't really think they do.
I don't think so.
I don't really think they pay attention. So, and even if they did, if they felt some type of way, then they definitely know that they're emotionally cheating. But again, I really don't think that I think they're oblivious to them cheating, because they don't see a problem with it. They go home to their man, they think it's fine and everything's dandy. But no, you are emotionally cheating. So we have our thoughts on what emotionally cheating is, but you know, they don't feel the same. So I get it. I agree with you, Gigi.
Mm-hmm. I agree to a certain extent. I would say if you're just in a relationship with somebody, it's easier to walk away.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's really hard for people who are married, because it's kind of like, how much is too much discussions with your husband or wife about what the problem is? Because if I'm supposed to spend forever with you, we're going to keep working on problems. You're just not working on it fast enough for me. So they might try to find that, I guess, that hole that they're trying to fill with somebody else. I don't think that's right. I don't think there's ever a time that emotional cheating is right. But the whole thing is about communication with your partner. So if you don't feel like you can communicate with your partner, you may have to reevaluate who you're with.
But to your point, like, if they're married, how do they address that?
That's the hard part, because that's why I'm like, well, if you're in a marriage, no, you should not cheat at all, period. But some people have a different definition of what cheating is. They're in their mind, they're like, as long as I'm not having sex, you can't say that I'm cheating. And that's where there needs to be a line defined within whoever you're with on what is considered cheating.
Okay, I have a question. What if the opposite sex gets you a gift? Is that emotionally cheating?
It depends on the intentions behind that gift. Because I've been given gifts by the opposite sex before, but it was because either I've done something for them that was very helpful. It might have been a Christmas thing at work. It might have been a few things, but it wasn't like they were like intentionally trying to get my attention on being with them or flirting with them or anything like that.
Okay, but is it emotional cheating if they meant nothing by it, but you took it as, oh my gosh, this gift is everything? Then
no, it's not emotionally cheating they are doing themselves as a friend, but you are emotionally cheating because you have the wrong intentions about receiving that gift.
Listen,
that's how I feel.
It depends on what the gift is. Because if I have a friend giving me some underwear, some lingerie. No, I'm just kidding.
That's not a gift I'm going to accept.
Like, what you think is going on here? Like, it depends on the gift. But if they if they know I love water painting, so they give me like a water paint set. I'm not like, oh, this is an emotional like gift, or oh, they want me. I'm not gonna think like that, because my female friends or my other friends would get me stuff like that. Like I have very giving friends, and I love that about all my friends. So it just depends on what the gift is. Like if we're talking about the opposite sex, right? Like well, we were talking about with whatever gender that we're attracted to. So I'm attracted to the opposite sex. So if the man is giving me like jewelry or like I don't know, like extravagant stuff that he would like you would get a girl that you're talking to, then I'm gonna be looking at him like you emotionally cheating, like, or like what's going on over here. But I'm not gonna give a person a gift that I would get my man. So like I'm not gonna buy him cologne or like shaving stuff or watches or stuff like that, you know.
I agree. I definitely agree. You gonna get this Bath and Body Works. Just like everybody else.
Single wick, not the 3 wicks. The single wick
You gonna
candle.
get this candle and this smell good lotion like everybody else get, and that's
Single
it.
wick.
Here goes some hand sanitizer. They had to sell that Bath and Beyond, or what's that other one?
Yeah.
Hand sanitizer. Like yeah, you can get that kind of gift.
Yeah, Bath and Body Works.
So do you guys feel like flirting could be innocent? I know you say you flirt, but what makes it innocent? Or do you feel like it's all dangerous?
I think it's dangerous when you're with someone.
Okay.
When I flirted, you know, Shorty was single.
When I flirted, let's be clear.
When I flirted. But you know, I'm still new to this thing. So because you know, my friends are used to my funny flirt, I don't really think they would take an offense, but you never know who you're with. They might take offense to it. So something that you've been doing for years and it's natural, they may be like, like that's weird. And so now you gotta stop it. So I mean, that's gonna be trial and error. But all I'm saying is that I think you can flirt with it truly being innocent, but again, it just depends. If somebody knows you, they're not gonna take it to heart. But like if it's a coworker and now you hyping them up, I think that's a fine line. Like you shouldn't do something like that.
What about you, G?
I think like the lack of connection we need for like affection and like just the things that we need as humans, it's a slippery slope, man. Like flirting could change things real fast these days. And so
Real quick.
Even if you are single, like I think it's a little bit dangerous. So you have to know who you're flirting with. Like if you're flirting with somebody you know damn well do not like you, don't want you, don't even like looking at you, like I think it's fun. I think it's funny. It's fun and games.
Right.
But if you flirt with somebody who like can see you as potential or is interested in you in a way that they would want to exchange any form of connection, I think that's a dangerous thing to do, especially if you're not in a place to maintain that or be with them. Even if you are in a relationship, like I think it's dangerous to flirt outside of your relationship because then that opens the door for emotional cheating. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What's up? What's going on here?
What's going on? No, I definitely agree with both of you. I think it's a very slippery slope that you can fall real quick. Like today, it could have been innocent, but tomorrow you don't know where you are in the process of it. Like, wait, whoa. So to me, I'm just like,
underwear on the floor.
But yeah, I think it is dangerous. I feel like as people, we know who we can and cannot flirt with, that we know is not going to go too far with. But you have to build those relationships with different people. And you also gotta, like, if you're in a relationship, you definitely gotta explain some things to your spouse. Like, hey, this is just a friend. Like, we have a male friend that I explained it to every single person I've ever dated. I have one male friend, he goes nowhere. Like, he is my best friend. I'm not flirting. Like, I'm not flirting to no extent that you should be worried about. That we've never had sex. We never kissed. Like, I make sure to explain that off rip. So if they ever see us, like, in a room joking with each other, you are aware that this man, we have nothing. This ain't that kind of thing. But you have to be, like, aware of your relationships with people and how far you can really go with that.
Yeah. I agree. Let me tell you something. So last Monday, I had a session with my my therapist, and she was asking me like, what are the foundation of relationships, and all that stuff. And I was just looking at her like, girl, I don't think I really know. I was like, that's what I'm here for. Like, I'm here because I feel like there's a lot of patterns I've been repeating, and I just kind of want to get out of those patterns, all that kind of stuff. So she was like, well, I think friendship would be a good start. And I was like, friendship? Like, I don't date my friends. Like, yo, you don't understand. Like, once you become my friend, I can't even see you sexually. Like, I can't see you beyond like, friend. Like, it's strictly platonic. Like, you don't even have nothing there. Like, you're like a Ken doll. Like, there's nothing there. There's nothing happening. Like,
what?
And she was like, why is it like that? And I was like, girl, I don't know. I just be so turned off. Like, once I say you my friend and like I accept you as my friend, like I be real turned off. Like, I don't even like. Is that weird? Like,
what if you do like we kicking it? So like, because I see what you're saying. It's like you put the term friend. See, and this is what I be talking about when I be talking about labels. But we gonna talk about that on a whole nother.
Labels gonna be a whole nother topic.
We need an episode on labels. But let's say instead of using the term friend so harshly, you just say like we kicking it. Like they may be like, yeah, that's my friend, but like you just be like, nah, we cool. We associate. Right, but I was like, maybe that will help you as opposed to you truly just saying friend. You could be like associate. Like, would you ever flirt or talk to like an associate? She's like, I don't follow. I tried. I was just trying.
I agree with you though. Like them labels be kicking butt.
I'm speechless because I don't think I would talk to an associate either. Like, for me, I'm so used to seeing like a guy that I like. I'm like, oh, he look good, and then I'm just like, I want to date him. Like, my brain don't be like, oh, I'm gonna take him as an associate, or like I'm gonna treat him like as like a, I don't know.
I think the thing is that I think where she's trying to go, and just because it's a good topic, I think where she's trying to go with it is that once you put him in the I like him box, it stays on, okay, how is he going to court me? How is he going to do this? What is he going to, instead of just being like, we kicking it, we having a good time, let's just rock out and kind of see where it goes. The labels, man, when you put them here, it's like there's a complete expectation and like, that's it, which is fine. I respect labels, but what I'm saying is it confines us into this little box.
But I think that's how I say
respect. I think everyone should have labels. What did you say, Gigi?
I also think that's how I protect myself from emotional cheating too. Because like, if I have male friends around me that I just literally see as friends, I don't even flirt with them. Like, that's not something
that's fair.
Like, they bros. Like, when I say this is my brother, or I say my brother, I literally see them as my brother. Like, I'm not one of these girls that be screwing them and then be like, oh yeah, that's just my brother. Like,
yeah, that's my friend. Nah. Like, and let's say it's clear, y'all. If you smashed old boy or old girl before, y'all are not friends.
Well, guys,
y'all are not friends. Y'all kicked it, y'all cool, y'all straight, but y'all not friends, y'all not sisters, y'all not brothers. I'm making it clear to y'all. Y'all not. If you smashed, but I think you can have male and female friends. You just, once you smash, that's it.
That's it.
And I'm done.
I'll talk about that subject before. Y'all had sex.
Another episode.
That person ain't coming around on no occasion in your relationship, period.
That's true emotional cheating. That is just cheating. That's not even emotional cheating at that point.
Yeah, I don't care what they've done for you. That's over now.
It's over.
What do you guys feel is taking it too far?
What I just said.
the smashing. Once you smash, it's over.
You keep around you. That's cheating. That's just cheating. It doesn't matter if you didn't. If you don't do nothing now, that's taking it too far.
I think it's too far when you literally sneak around to be with that person or to be around that person. I think it's too far. Like, when you don't tell your significant other where you're going or like what's happening, or you don't tell the person that you are with as well, like the one that you're hanging out with, that you're emotionally cheating with, have a partner, or like you don't let them know what's going on in your life, in your life, to let them know what the boundaries are. That's too far.
Yeah.
Once you let them know that they don't have no boundaries, that they have access to other parts of you, that's too far.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Finding them in other things, like that's too far. It's too far. It's dangerous.
I
It's
agree. Yeah, because if they calling you talking about something, well, I don't know where you and your significant other, I don't know what bars y'all be hitting up, but maybe we can pick a spot. Like, no. We can go to the, if it's innocent, we should be able to go to the same spot that I went with that I go with my shorty.
Yep, I agree. It like I said, if you can't tell your spouse what's going on, we have a problem. There's a problem there. That means something is happening that is inappropriate. Like your spouse should be able to meet this person, have a conversation, and even that nowadays don't even matter because people be bringing the side pieces to the party. Be having chilling in the back. Like, what are you doing? But yeah, I agree. Like, if you can't tell your spouse what's going on with this person, even if it's just you and this person hanging out, if you can't be like, hey, I'm about to meet up with so-and-so for dinner, for lunch, or hey, I'm just going over here. We're just kicking it. Just letting you know, we're just about to be watching whatever. And your spouse cannot come. If they were to ask, oh, can I come? And you're like, oh, nah, you can't come. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Now we're thinking this is going too far now. Even if you never touch this person, you creating a space between your spouse and this person, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a really big problem. So y'all be safe out there because y'all be doing too much.
I gonna be watching this one. Why you being weird to me?
They gonna be looking at their spouse like, I told you we y'all be doing.
They're like, you remember Keisha? I told you should have stopped. We're not trying to cause no problems, y'all.
I ain't trying to cause no problem.
We're saying women lie, men lie. Okay.
That's all we saying. Not everybody being truthful. But do y'all consider certain things to be either heavy flirting or cheating? Like, to me, I don't think this is considered cheating, but it also depends on who you're doing this with. But do you feel like exchanging memes or funny things you see on the internet as cheating or extreme flirting? So like if you see a funny meme or a funny video online and you give it to the friend and not your spouse, do you consider that to be cheating?
No, especially if it's like innocent shit. Like if it's like regular stuff, but if it's like sexual and it's always sexual, or it's only sexual stuff that you're sharing with this person, like then okay, that's a bit much. Like what you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Sexual stuff.
So I recently asked this question, so I guess I don't really have a synopsis yet. But and it's only because it's a mixture of what Gigi just said. It's like, it may be sexual here and there. I mean, it's social media. Some things are just automatically, it's relatable, right? So it don't matter who you send it to. It's just relatable because somebody smashes something or, someone's flirting with somebody. But I think it's just a mixture. So if it was a mix, I think that was my question. Like, if it's a mix of both sexual and funny, is it still emotionally cheating? And then you don't know if the other person's sending it to 3 other people too. Because usually when I find something, I'll send something to Gigi, I'll send something to my homeboy, my other homeboy, somebody I'm talking to, like. Yeah. But that was my question. I actually asked both of them when I asked this question. So that's funny that you brought that up. Because I don't know. Like, because it was always innocent to me.
Yeah.
But then I would say if it's something like, when I saw, the reason why I asked them is because when it did get sent, there was one in particular that got sent to me that was about like polygamy or like being with somebody else. I was like, whoa. That's the conversation you might want to have with your wife. Don't be sending me that to ask me what my thoughts are. That's where I got a little, but again, it was one meme out of 100. But was it uncomfortable because of who the person was in your relationship with them? Or was it just you felt like that topic is off subject for someone who's not your spouse? Or is not somebody dating? I felt like it was off subject for someone who was not my spouse. They're my friend. I've never smashed. I never rocked with them or nothing like that. We've never done anything.
So I don't know, cause like my homeboy is something about polygamy too, but he's also married. I know we're all mad cool. I don't see him in that way. And then I asked questions. I was like, "Oh, is this something that you're interested in?" Like I asked him, and he was like, "Yeah, but no." First he was like, "When the relationship is 95% for the woman and 5% for the man." And I said, "Okay, so what does that mean?" He said, "It's my 5%. That's what I want." I said, "Shut your ass up."
See, and I didn't even open that door. I was just like, "This is the conversation you need to have with your wife."
No,
that I really didn't even ask because I felt like that would have been opening the gates to something more.
No, I know him and I know his wife and her humor. Like they're pretty like chill. So I know both because I know both of them. I ask him those kind of things, and he's very vocal. Like he's not gonna do that. I know his character. Like he's a very solid man. Like trust me, girls be throwing it at him all the time. He don't be even like paying attention. So I see him. I see what it is like, but I just was looking at him crazy. But I didn't take it as he was flirting me. Like I didn't take it like that way because.
Right. I think it's just that they want to have that conversation, but I feel like even having that conversation, it's something I don't want to be a part of. You got it. Even if that's your thought process, I don't want you having that conversation with me.
No, I've been in the room with them. We all talked about something like that before. Like they're different. Like they're not going nowhere with anybody else. They together. Like they locked in.
Oh, good.
If we locked in, ain't no switching up.
So I think it depends on who it's coming from. Like if I think it's coming from a man who has he's weak in his flesh, then I'm just gonna looking at him like, nah, bro, like don't send me no shit like that. But people I think that are more solid, and I think that their relationship is also solid as well. I'll just be asking questions like, okay, like what do you see about that? Like what do you think about like I be asking questions. I'm curious. I have a lot of curiosity.
Fair. I respect it. What about you?
I think it's based on your relationship with that person, honestly, because if I have a friend, I can talk to them about any subject in the world, regardless if you're a guy or girl. I should be able to talk to you on any subject, and it shouldn't be weird or taking it too far, things like that. Like if you're sending me something and asking my genuine opinion on it, it doesn't matter what the topic is. I'm giving you what I think of this subject. If I feel uncomfortable with this topic with you, that means that there's something in that relationship that I feel is off. And that I don't feel that you should be bringing something to me because that person is not a solid person in some aspect. Or I have an intuition on something about this person that is taking it too far. Like, I feel like if I go down this road with you, this is going to go to a whole different thing. Yes, I do think it's based off of the relationship you've built with that person.
Like, oh boy, I didn't even know he was married. Remember the one time?
Yes.
And I was like,
that wasn't the one who sent me the meme, but
that he married, he behaving like that. Like I was like really befuddled. I was like, oh, like
yeah. Once a hoe, always a hoe though.
Yeah. So somebody like that. No, I'm a really streamline the conversations. You know what I mean? Because I know I'm not going to go too far with this person. I want to make sure he understands that.
Yeah. But now that I know, when we first had communicated, I didn't know. But now that I know, I'm just like, oh, I felt disgusted. I was like, damn, like, is it like, like it was just, it was like, whoa.
No, it wasn't. Or him.
Mm-hmm.
See, and that's where it shows like he in that instant takes flirting too far.
Yes.
He takes it too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's trying to prove a point. He takes it.
Like he knows flirting. Like he didn't even mention like, oh yeah, I'm married or I have a wife. Like he didn't say none of that.
Well, okay.
It didn't really come up
Right.
for the conversation that was being had, but his behavior was not conducive to him being married.
Right. He should have been a little more subtle.
Oh yeah, my wife find that funny too. Or like he could have figured out a way to throw his wife or that he had.
Okay, let's have this conversation. So, do you feel like men and women, if they're with somebody, has to always throw out there that they're with them? Because that's technically what
I think. Sometimes.
I think it depends. I think it depends on how the conversation flows. If I feel the conversation is flowing towards something in nature that is either sexual in nature, or you're having a conversation on going out with me on doing something, like even if it's not on some, I'm taking you out on a date, but we're about to go hang out at the bar, you want to come, all this stuff, I might throw in something in there about me having a spouse, just so we are clear.
That's fair.
And you're not going somewhere with this that I don't know where you're going with this. So me and my fiance, we love this particular bar. Have y'all ever been? I might throw that in there. But if it's just normal conversation, and especially if it's in a room full of people, I might not bring up the fact that I'm in a relationship. So I think it does depend on who your audience is.
That's fair.
Once again, y'all be safe out there. Y'all be safe.
This is why I stay in my bubble. It's too much.
It's a slippery slope because I don't feel like every conversation warrants me bringing up being in a relationship. Because that now it just sounds like I'm stuck to my spouse all the time, and that's not
my man.
I want my man, y'all, into the grave, like into submission. Like y'all gonna be like, yo, here she go. Like we already
again. We not inviting her no more.
Get me in like that color too. We get it.
That's right, Gigi. Hold him up to that pedestal that he's on. That's right.
Hey.
What do you guys feel do you guys ever feel yourself taking something too far when you're flirting? Like even if you're starting off innocently, is there ever a time that you're like, I know I'm going down this rabbit hole now?
Oh yeah.
Yo, I used to like I remember the first time I was having a conversation. This was in college with somebody who like they have direct eye contact, and I was like, this person is staring me down. Like,
I'm nosy.
I didn't know because like growing up, like we have eye contact. Like, you might right now when I'm like talking to you two, like we look away every so often because like it's not the norm to like just look directly at somebody, like or just like the whole conversation just look directly at them. And so like my first time experiencing it, I was like, oh my God, like these people like me. Like it wasn't just one person. It was like, a few people. It's because culturally they were raised a little bit differently. So I'm like, dang, like all this eye contact, I think they want me. But as I grew older, I was like, that's the business world, or that's how it's supposed to be. Like, and I learned like, okay, you can't be taking and running with this idea that this person wants to be with you. Like, simmer down.
That's cute though.
What about you?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm taking it far. But I think, as a daredevil every now and again, you want to see how far you take it. I don't think it's purpose. I don't think it's on purpose. I think it's purposeful every time. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, he laughing. Okay. Let me see what else I could throw out there to see what they really, what they really feeling or their intent. But not emotionally cheating. Like I'm not doing it with nobody because we went left. We went from emotional cheating, just asking a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think just flirting in general, like, I take it far. That's the point of flirting. Absolutely. Taking it far to see if I'm getting my bag. If I'm in my bag. Am I in my bag? Do I have to work on it? Is it a skill set I gotta fine tune? You gotta see, you gotta see what works and what doesn't. But sometimes it's like, all right, simmer down, please.
But I think it depends now, because now I'm on the other side of the spectrum, like where I'm just so oblivious. Like I don't even like get hints. Like I don't get like you're not like persuading me for anything. Like if I don't get it, you have to tell me like directly. Like you have to be very direct with me. Like I have
Gigi, you fine as fuck, and I'm trying to get your number.
I'm trying to smash.
I'm trying to smash. What's up?
I thought we were just going to dinner.
Wait,
You
what?
like that?
Wait, what? You said what, Beliza?
I'm just saying is that what you want the guy to do? Just be like, listen, I'm just trying to fuck him.
What was the first statement though? What you say?
Gigi, I'm trying to fuck. What's up?
Oh, that's too much.
That's too much. But you want them to be direct though.
Direct as
which one is it?
I'm saying like he needs to be like, I'm interested in you and I want to see what things. Like, you can't just be like hinting at me like I'm not gonna get it. Like if you just bringing me flowers and doing nice stuff for me, I'm not gonna think anything of it. I'm just gonna be like, oh, okay, he's just nice.
Wait. So okay, hold on, wait. Because now it's equating back to the friend thing. So do a lot of friends just bring you flowers?
No, not my friends now. I mean, the friends I have now, like they'll pay for stuff for me or like they treat me out, stuff like that. But like I don't take it as like they want me. Just friends.
But if they're bringing you flowers, if they're intentionally asking you out to go places, like not like, yo, we should hang one of these days and y'all actually hang. It's kind of like, yo, there's this spot I'm liking. I want you to go. Like literally saying, I want you to come with me or I want you to be my +1. You wouldn't think just
they'd be like, yo, this is a spot I heard about. We got to go hit up. You in? And I'll be like, yeah, man, I'm good. I'll be ready. They're like, all right, we pick you up. I'm like, okay. Like it's not like that. Like they don't.
But no, what I'm saying is like the way that I put it together. Would you pick it up then?
Girl, no. I'm not even lying. You could. I would not know. Like I don't be like in the jump to a conclusion.
Direct.
Yeah, heart get tore up. So like I don't be jumping to anything now. I just be like, okay, that's nice. You nice. Okay, all right. Like,
yeah.
I'm the same way. It's over my head. It goes so over my head. They have to be pretty direct to be like, oh, okay, I would like to take you out, kind of thing. Like, because I'm not thinking of, bro, I'm not looking at nobody anymore.
Teach me how. Yeah, I can't with y'all. Okay, so have you ever had it? Y'all got me having questions. So,
well, I never been like that all the time. Like,
which is fine.
Yeah, like when I first started college, I was like trying to understand how I flirt. So I would intentionally flirt to see like, is this working? Am I cute enough to do this? Making eye contact. Am I pulling somebody towards me? Like I intentionally was trying.
You got the eyes too. You can do it.
Everybody says I don't see that, but cool. All right, I'm glad it works. I know what to go to if I ever have to go back into the dating world.
No, you're not.
And I'm never.
Okay.
Never going there again.
All right. Hang on with my question.
My bad. I didn't.
Nah, it's okay.
It's okay. Away from it. That's
it's okay.
What was it about? It was about flirting.
It was about flirting.
It was about us not knowing when we're being flirted with.
Coming back. It's coming back. So did you ever like, even though it went over your head, right? Did you ever was like, just came to them and was like, listen, you know, we've been going out and this and that. Like, are you interested or are we just cool? I'm just trying to make sure, like, I understand what's going on here. No?
I would say most guys for me say their intentions because I'm not giving nothing to it until you say what the label is that you're trying to go for. So for me is if you calling me your friend, I am treating you like a friend and you're going to feel that you are just a friend. Now I will say I don't stick like except for my one male friend, I don't stick most guys in just the friend bubble. Like if I was available to date and they were showing interest and I feel like I can have interest with them, I will allow them to sway it the other way. But they have to say that. You can't just be like, oh yeah, this is my friend and we were talking.
But you'll never like approach it.
Nah.
Okay.
I've never approached any guy to date. I'll have to say that.
No, just trying to clarify what's going on. Okay.
Not unless they told me. There's only been one instance where I thought we were talking, and the guy kept saying, "Oh, this is my friend. This is my friend. This is my friend." So I went and was like, "Okay, if I'm your friend, I'm going to act as such. So what is it that you want?"
Gotcha. What do you want? What about you, Gigi?
I ain't asking nothing I don't want to know. Not asking. Like I've tried to talk to guys, like be the four person, like 3 different times. I'm good. I'm not doing that. Like if you don't tell me, I guess nobody gonna know. I'm not gonna
I agree. I feel like men are hunters. So to me, it's like if they're not coming after me, I'm not the one being hunted. I'm not gonna be prey and just say, hey, come attack me. Like, no, like I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. Have you ever had to approach?
Yeah, the line started to get blurred, so I needed to understand what was going on. But that's all I meant. It's not more so like, okay, I'm digging you. What's up? Which I mean, I've shot my shot before, of course. Like, but this question was more so like, okay, you're always telling me let's go here, let's go there. It's usually just us two. You know, the flirting's there, but I'm still thinking like we're friends. So I was trying to understand, like, are you trying to be more? Because
it was unclear.
Yeah, like, because I see this as a friend thing, but I just want to make sure, because you're spending a lot of money on,
Yeah.
When somebody's spending a lot of money on you, to Gigi's point, like, our friends do that, but I still had to be sure.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay,
because I'm like,
I also return the favor too, like, and not always taking me out. I treat as well. It's not just one way, one side.
Nah, he was a Southern gentleman, so he always paid. It didn't matter. He always paid. I never had to pay. And at one point in our friendship, say it again, Gigi.
I bet you if you would have offered him something, he would have taken it.
But that's what I had to clarify. I was like, because
whether he wanted more or not, if you would have offered him some, he would have taken it. If you would have offered him some peach cobbler, he would have taken it.
Nah, because he could have had that moment right when I asked the question. He could have tried something, but he didn't.
You offered him?
So I'm like, as long as we are cool, you keep spending money on me, I'm fine with that.
You said to him, you want some peach cobbler or not? And he said no. Like, what we talking about? What we talking about?
Get out.
Like that, it don't mean nothing. Like guys, a lot of guys, like, they don't necessarily like women like that. They just like being around them. But if you offer peach cobbler, that's a different story. Like, that's a different story. They could want to F you and still not like you like that. Like, that's different.
That's fair.
But you ain't.
But if I'm spending all this money on you and I'm trying to hit, I'm gonna throw it out there at least one time.
Oh,
but,
right?
Yeah, potentially.
But no, they wouldn't do it because women, we're very much like, oh, if he say that, oh, I gotta stop hanging out with him, or like, oh, I'm a ghost, like I'm going, like, nah, I'm good. Like, they're not gonna be up front. Like, I mean, you'll find some men who will, because they just that G, they just that, they just that. But a lot of men, I'm only spending time with you and spending money on you because I'm trying to hit. Like, they're not gonna say that. I mean, somebody like Rico, he would say that. Rico from the other show, he would say that. Not a lot of guys gonna speak up and say that. But you also didn't ask that.
You know how to play the waiting game.
Very well.
Men will play the waiting game, just like the whole friend zone notion, where they'll sit in the friend zone if that means that there'll be an opening at some point in time in our life.
You know what? It's all right. We're gonna get some fellas on here.
Because once y'all in the friend zone with me, y'all gonna be in the friend zone forever. So like, you gonna have to then to get up out that friend zone. Like, you ain't just gonna be removed out of there. I'm sorry, it's not happening.
Damn here.
Damn.
It's rough out here.
Lord. Would you guys ever forgive a significant other for emotionally cheating?
Oh, that's challenging. I mean, but if this person is really, 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 really showing a change of behavior, then I will forgive them. But not just a verbal asking of forgiveness or apology. Like, you have to like literally be changing your ways for me to be comfortable enough to be like, oh, this person really is apologetic for what they did. Like, that's the only way.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're like, I'm sorry for being out here talking to this other person and taking time with them because you were emotionally neglecting me and I didn't tell you that you was emotionally neglecting me, I'm sorry about that. I'm just gonna be looking at them like, I don't think you're sorry. You're sorry. I think you just want me to forget on doing your fuckery again. So it depends.
I'm gonna skip this one. Honestly, I don't know. I think it depends. I think it all depends.
Mm-hmm.
We married. That I'm gonna have to forgive you. We're gonna have to figure this out because we in this for life. At least that's my mindset, right? It ain't no, I'm gonna get them papers as soon as this happens. But you're gonna have to be in your corner for a minute. But and then in relationship wise, how long are we together?
Mm-hmm.
What have you been doing? You know, it just really all depends. Like, if you're not giving me the attention, but you've been giving all these people in your DMs attentions or flirting and all that other stuff, then yeah, it might be a wrap. If it's only been a few months or something like that. But if it's been a few years, that's another conversation too.
Oh, that's true.
And have I emotionally already left? I don't know. I don't know. I can't answer that.
I think it depends as well. Even for beginning talking phases, I think sometimes you can't be sure because some people have a hard transition when it comes to dating. Like, if I'm starting to be more serious with one person, but I'm still dropping off a lot of my other people that I were dating, that can be it can be flaky in the beginning. And that might be something I can forgive if they're saying, okay, yeah, everybody's cut off, I'm done now, let's move forward. Years into a relationship and in marriage, I'm asking what the problem is. So if I was to catch that, I'll just say, what is it that you're not getting at home that you felt the need to go to this person for? And hopefully they can truthfully answer that question and we can move forward from that. But like Gigi said, I need to see some progress in moving forward, and I will make sure that I'm doing what I need to do on my end to make sure that I'm providing that for you so that you don't feel the need to step out of it. So I do think it's forgivable, especially if there has not been no physical cheating involved. I think it's just a matter of how much willing are you going to say, okay, what part of it was you and what part of it was me? Yeah. And like Gigi said, if you just didn't, if you just did it and didn't tell me that there was a problem to begin with, then you got to take that. Like, I'm willing, especially in a marriage, I'm willing to change whatever I need to make you happy, but you got to tell me what that is. Yeah. So I think I do understand the slippery slope of it, but I think a lot of it is forgivable. Yeah. As long as they don't keep doing it and as long as they ain't having sex. That's a whole...
Okay, so what if they had phone sex?
That's a problem. I gotta get.
Because it's still technically emotionally cheating. It's still not physical.
It's still not physical. I agree. So yeah, that goes back to what is it that you feel that you're not getting at home. Mm-hmm. So what is it that I'm lacking to give you, but what is it that you're not telling me as well?
You're not.
And can we move forward?
That's the problem.
Say it again, Gigi.
You said what?
You're not getting phone sex. That's the problem.
You're getting real sex.
But what if he wants more phone sex? Then
I can get more phone sex. But say that. Say, hey, I'm not getting enough of that. Or it could still fall on me if you're asking me for it and I'm not providing that because I'm uncomfortable or whatever. And then you're like, well, I've told you multiple times over and over, I need this. But once again, those are all things that should have been discovered before.
People change. We talk about how people grow and they change and they shift.
That is true. That is true. I will say people change because the 20-year-old me is not this 33-year-old. I am not the same person I was at 20.
Hey,
so
you may like other things.
I do agree there's a shift, but there also have to be a transition for both people. So like if you know that you're changing and you need other things, explain that to your spouse so that they can work to that. And if they're uncomfortable, help them to get a little bit more comfortable on how to please you so that you're not stepping out and finding it elsewhere. Because you in this for life if you married.
For life.
Oh, life.
For life.
You gotta meet them needs. So, but yeah, that's a big one. I had to think about that one. Y'all got me on that one.
You know, I had that. What about you, Gigi?
What was the question?
The phone sex. Emotionally cheating.
Oh yeah, phone sex definitely is emotionally cheating. Would I leave from that? Is that what the question was?
Yeah,
okay.
Like do you feel like you could,
or would you still put it in the same category as just emotionally cheating so you can work through it?
Yeah, that's absolutely emotional cheating, but I also think that's a character trait that I would want to investigate a little bit more because that is, I mean, it's you telling another person what you want to do to them, right? Like you're talking to them about like what you want, what you asking them to do certain things. Like that's a different kind of like it's emotional cheating, but it's also like connected to his physical too. Because I'm pretty sure he's not just sitting there with his hands in his pockets.
So technically, it's physical. That's what Gigi's saying. That's what I'm hearing.
I still don't feel like that's physical. Because then what's the difference with porn? Like
exactly, I don't want him watching porn either. Like, why you cheating?
You don't want you feel some type of way if they watch porn?
Yes. Yeah.
Shit, I'd rather that than you go out there and have phone sex with a real person.
No, because you're still lusting after another person. Like your eyeballs are lusting for another person. And even in Proverbs, it talks about that. Like I know everybody's not religious, I get it, but it talks about.
Oh, no, it's definitely a Bible for sure.
Like I just don't want him lusting after anyone else except for me. Like I want I would like for my guy to be like totally in tune with and attracted to me. Like, I mean, it's okay to see other women, like just see them, but once you start lusting for them, for me, that's another level that I'm not willing to, that I'm not okay with. I'm not okay with it.
Yeah, I will say there was an attraction for me when I'm, talking to this one guy, and he was saying like, a year ago, like I stopped watching porn, I stopped pleasuring myself because, I feel like, it's just one of those things that one is taken away from your time and it messes with your head. So to clear it out, like I stopped doing that. And I was highly impressed. He was like, that's what's up. That was actually very attractive. So after, dating him, like I see where you're coming from, Gigi. I get it. Mm-hmm. Before I was like, I still rather you do.
I still rather that than.
But now that you say that, I think I would rather them be on the phone with a real person because now I'm like, okay. Because if they doing it in porn, right, you're not taking it as serious, but it could be as serious as them having phone sex with a real person.
I agree that it can be as serious, but I would still rather you watch a fantasy that you can't really touch. You're just imagining it in your head than to talk to a real person that you can meet up with because they're giving you this thing on the phone.
You don't think porn changes the balance of their brains? Like you don't think that they
absolutely it does.
They're not going to be satisfied the same way they see in porn. Like, in porn, they be doing some crazy stuff. So, like, if that person that you're with is, like, using porn as their standard, right? Or using porn as their pleasure point, you, like, they are now not going to be satisfied by you. Like, they'll pretend like they're satisfied or they'll, like, enjoy it for the moment, but they waiting for you to go to work. They waiting for you to get in shower, waiting for you to fall asleep so they can go run to that porn and pull in their meat. Like that's not something I'm interested in, like being around. I want my guy to be satisfied. I don't want him to like feel like he needs to, live vicariously through porn. Like that's not okay for me. I don't know. Yeah, Frozen.
That is funny. All right, sorry about that. We back.
Oh my, crazy.
Yes, we are back.
That was funny.
So last
Do you
part
want to continue your convo on the pornography?
Yeah, so what's the last part you heard though? Like, you want me to start from the top?
No. It was at the part where you said, "Do we feel like it takes away from his brain chemistry?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like I think that it plays a role like on his brain balance, and like he's, even though he's gonna use, like, you're gonna be able to connect with him and like satisfy him in some form. He's waiting for you to go to work. He's waiting for you to fall asleep. He's waiting for you to go in the shower so he can run to his porn, get really satisfied because it's now using some other pleasure point. Like, you're not gonna be able to really satisfy this man, and I don't want that. Like, I want my man to be like satisfied, like very satisfied with me and like what we do. Like, I don't want his brain to be thinking like, this is good right now and this is gonna suffice for later, like for right now, but as soon as she like on vacation or she on leave, I'm gonna be with that porn. I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna have my tissue ready. I'm gonna be ready. Like, I don't want that. I don't want that.
That's fair. That's a solid point. I never thought about it like that. Because I do believe that their brainwave, like everybody, not just men, but women too.
Women
the more
too.
porn you
Men have more, like, they're visual creatures, so their brain is built a lot different.
Yeah, I agree. But I think porn does take away from real sex a lot as well, because you're in that fantasy world. So I think it works for men and women. But like you said, men are more physical. They like to see, they like to touch. They're more in that aspect. But when it comes to cheating, I still stand by. I rather the porn than the phone sex with a real person. But if I had to choose, period, yeah, I agree. Let's take all of that off the table. Let's be fantasy for each other and figure out how far we can go for each other.
You don't think that
I didn't think about it like that.
You don't think that people can cheat emotionally with porn?
I did not consider it as emotional cheating, though.
Because like it's feeling something for them, like that's emotional.
Yeah, well, but that's why we're having this conversation, Gigi. Because that's why she was saying like, no, you were saying yeah, but she was like, okay, my perspective has now. Yeah. Now my perspective is intrigued now.
Yeah, it's helping me to change it. I still don't think porn is emotionally cheating, but I can see why it can be considered emotionally cheating. I can see the other end of that. So I got to think about that a little bit further, but it never bothered me before.
Yeah. Like it's
that was deep. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
And my last question to you guys is: can women and men be friends? Like authentically, platonically? There's never a moment of wanting to get together, being together, or is it usually one-sided?
Damn, like, so I had a realization later on in life. Like when I was younger, I missed the way that male and female friendships used to be. Like it really was really platonic. Like they weren't trying to like stick you every chance they got. Like I miss that. But I think now that I'm older, men that I tend to be friends with have a really healthy relationship with women in general. Like just women as human beings and not as sex objects. I have a few male friends that try to be my friend, but their brain, every time we speak, they go to like sexual things. So I kind of like keep them very distant. They're associates, and I don't entertain that conversation with them. Like every time they're trying to like go into like sexual things, I just be looking at them like, yeah, I'm good. Like I don't know what to say to you about that. They think that I'm not even a sexual person, but I really am. I'm just not a sexual person for you. You're not my person. You're not my person. So you know all that side of me. But I think that men who have a healthy relationship with women in general, they can be friends with women. They can be friends with the opposite sex. And same for women. Women who have a healthy relationship with men can be friends with men as well. But if you don't have that healthy relationship with them, or you've been exposed to like sex too early, or you've been exposed to things way early where you can't even see that person as a person, but more so as like a sexual object or a place to be sexual with, you can't be friends. Because like friends for me, my friendships, I'm not having sex with my friends, so essentially you can't be friends. Like no. I just
it kind of goes a little bit to what you said. I wouldn't say, anybody who has sex early, but more so who's had a real crazy relationship with the opposite sex or with the same sex, you know, whatever your sexual preference is. But I do feel like, go ahead.
What's early for you? What's early sex for you? Cause I'm thinking people who have sex like 6 and 8 and all that kind of stuff got exposed to sex too early. They don't have healthy relationship with the opposite sex. They don't. I haven't met any.
I don't necessarily agree. I do think there's gonna be a trigger, but I do think that, you know, I do think it's possible. Like I said, like abuse is abuse, right? You got to get through that abuse that happened to you. But I do think that there's certain things that, you know, you can overcome for sure. But I mean, I get what you're saying, but I don't think like I can't just automatically put you in that pool of, okay, you've been abused when you was 8 or sexually abused, you know, introduced to sex at an early age. And so now you don't have a good relationship with men or women. Now, does it trigger things as you go along? Because again, that's what you know. But I don't personally necessarily think that. So for me, I'll say like I think it's more so on your environment and what you've seen. Like for instance, if you stay in the strip club all the time and you see the interactions of men cheating on their wives with women or the opposite way and stuff, then of course you're going to look at men and women different as opposed to being friends. But like I said in the beginning, if we smashed, we're not friends. But if you haven't, you can definitely have you have a healthy relationship. Y'all can flirt, y'all can do this, and it's okay. Like, I think it's okay. So I do think that you can be friends with the man or with the women, but you have to nothing has to have happened or y'all not friends. That is not a thing. That does not exist. Like, it doesn't exist.
I think it's a slippery slope. Because I think it depends on what people consider to be friends. So for me, I think men and women can absolutely be friends, especially like you said, if y'all have not smashed, y'all can be friends. Period. I do think a lot of it is one-sided.
What you mean?
I do think a lot of it is one-sided. I think a lot of guys are okay with being friends with females because as females, we are not allowing them to smash. And it doesn't have to be a subject that comes up in the conversation. Like, we could mutually be like friends and everything we talk about doesn't have to center around sex and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. But if I was to go to any guy friend and just be like, hey, if I was to allow you, would you smash? Do you think they gonna say no?
I think we had this conversation with our one friend that we never even talk about something, but we was like, yo,
the path never crossed. But if we were to go to any guy that we're friends with, like truly friends with, and be like, hey, if I open this door and say, hey, you can hit it, no strings attached, you could smash, you think they're gonna say no? And then what does that change in your brain chemistry as them being your friend? To me, I can be friends with somebody who may want to smash, but they never brought it up ever in my life. Yeah. Like, I could be friends with you.
You think the majority of women, if they do open that door and the guy says yes, now they're all of a sudden they're like, oh no.
They push it away. Because in our minds, any guy that brings up sex to us wants to hit it, which in most cases is the truth.
It's just flattering.
But to me,
ladies, it's flattering. I don't mean to cut you off, Kiki.
No,
but I'm just letting y'all know, it's flattering. Take it as a compliment. If they've never hit on you before, don't take it to your head. Don't take it to your head now. Every time you walking in front of them, they looking at your ass. They was probably been looking at your ass, okay? But just take it as a compliment. And they do. They are humans. Like, men are visual creatures. They're gonna look at you regardless. They may say you look alright, but they probably in their mind like, damn, she looked good today.
Yeah, men are visual all the way through. They cut it off.
Just take it as a compliment.
Right, but they don't cut it off just because it's you.
Yeah.
Like, no, like they look at you like they look. I feel like men look at their friends like they look at any other woman, but they're just not taking it to that level with you. Either A, like Gigi said, they could hate you but still fuck. They could not like you and still smash. So to me, it's like they're finding a level of common ground with you where they're like, okay, I don't have to be in a relationship with this person. But to me, I'm like, even if they had the mindset, oh, like, yeah, I would smash you if you open the door. I don't see why that most guys are like, that's why we can't be friends with females. Or most people be like, nah, if they say that, y'all can never be friends. As long as he's not flirting with you every day or trying to get in your pants every day or saying something to that tune, men and women could be friends. Like I
think they value the friendship more than trying to hit. But to your point, if they wouldn't mind it, but they already know from a woman's perspective, you know, us women, we're more emotional. They're probably going to be like, yeah, you probably couldn't handle it anyway. Yeah. Even if we just did it one time and now all of a sudden it's not.
Exactly.
It shifts. Everything shifts after you smash.
Exactly. Because even a lot of friends with benefits, that's how it started off. Like, yo, this was my boy. This was my girl. Like, yo, we was rocking. And then one night some shit happened. Now,
or y'all platonic anyway. Like, we just met, you platonic, and you're like, okay, this is what we're doing. But then, you know, you start having pillow talk. And now y'all start really hanging and chilling more than you thought you would, even if it's during that time where it's like pick up and then I don't know where there's a fine line. We'll have an episode on that too.
Yeah. And it's a very thin line. It's very dangerous, which is why a lot of times I personally feel that when you're in relationships, you do have to cut off a lot of the opposite sex. I've always said, if you had friendships of the opposite sex before the relationship, they stay, period. But you do not develop more friendships of the opposite sex after the fact because it is a very thin line.
Wait.
That's me personally. That's why I said me personally. If you had friendships with the opposite sex prior to the relationship, they stay.
Okay.
Because it was developed beforehand. Me personally, I think anything after the fact can be a very thin line.
That's fair.
I will start to question some things as to how this friendship developed because a lot of things happen with flirting.
That's fair.
So that's just me.
That's fair. I'm not gonna argue that one. I was ready though. Y'all thought I was ready.
I thought she was ready, but I said what I said.
She said she did.
I said what I said the first time.
She said it with her chest.
But that's just me. But I do think that there can be platonic relationships for sure.
Yeah. I think that's fair. At first when you were saying that, I wasn't trying to listen. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, no, because most of my friends are married and I met them after they were married. But no, it's true. And I think it also depends on the character of the person that they're befriending. Like for me, I respect marriage so highly. Like I'm not gonna put this person in a predicament to even have access to me like that. Like that's not something I'm even interested in. All my friends, wives that are married to them, your husband's safe with me. For real. Like I just
yes.
I don't want karma. I don't want that kind of juju. Girl, he's safe.
Yes.
Let him be out here wilding out. I ain't gonna let him do anything crazy. Not around me. Not around me. Now what he does when I can't help you.
I got a question. Because Gigi brought this. Only because you brought this up, Gigi. I got a question. Don't mean to cut you off. How do I word it? So, to Gigi's point, we have befriended guys because they're in relationship with our homegirls, right? Or married to our homegirls. And so when you have now that high respect for them, the way you do your homegirl, where the loyalty lie?
Well, the homegirl.
Okay.
Yeah, who am I first? Like, what you mean? It's
like if old girl's cheating or emotionally cheating.
Oh, well, my friends know me. Y'all gonna hear me.
Yeah, don't come near.
Don't bring that bullshit around me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't come near me. Don't use me as no damn excuse because you ain't spending the night at my house. Don't. Because like I said, I have a high regard for relationships and I have a high regard for marriages. Like, don't do that shit.
Yeah, I will admit, I'm not that friend that's gonna go to them and be like, "Oh, my homegirl cheated on you." I'm not gonna do that. But if he was to ask me, like, "Yo, is Shorty cheating?" Talk to your girl.
You
Or
Y'all need to have that discussion. Don't put me in that. You need to go talk to your girl.
didn't somebody do like a test for me, and it was like, wasn't I with you? And I was like, why are you acting like you don't know all of a sudden? Right? And then
it was a trend on TikTok.
It was like, oh, you not down? You what did you say? What did you say, Kiki? I didn't say shit. I just was like, why you acting like you forgot where you was at?
Yeah, like your explanation showed that she was there, but she messed it up.
I messed it up.
She would have called herself out there.
That's how you know you're guilty. That's how you know you're guilty. But it was a trend on TikTok, so I wanted to see which of my friends would like get it. Some of them was just threw me under the bus. Like threw me
as the hell they should. First of all, if you gonna use me, you need to tell me ahead of time. Don't put me in no bullshit. Don't put me in the middle of something that I had no clue on.
Baby, don't call me. Don't call me. Don't call me.
Don't do that. I can only protect you so far because they start asking questions. I'm like, I don't know where she at, bro. I don't know.
I text everyone, and one of them literally called me and was like, "What you mean you was with me?"
Oh
like,
my
my goodness. Yeah, it was bad. But like to Gigi's point, so that's why at that point, Gigi, I just thought you were throwing me under the bus too. It was just like one after another. It was like half and half. But like my A1 day was not happy.
I wasn't throwing you under the bus, but my integrity is to a higher power. I'm sorry, like, girl, like,
yes.
I'm gonna ask you.
Don't let her get the line right. Don't let her make up a story.
Don't let me make a story. Like, I'm like, girl, why you acting like you forgot that? That's all I ask. And then if you keep going, I'm just be like, listen, I was tired. I passed. That's my like, I don't know what you talking about, but
listen, I need a debrief before you do whatever you're gonna do. Be like, hey, I was with you. We went to this restaurant. Like, you gotta give me the story.
Something.
Because I think that happened to us one time that somebody called me and she called, it was her phone, but it was a different person. And I didn't know who it was. And I didn't want to say the wrong name. I was like, hey, you. Hey. He was like, and who are you talking to? I was like,
You know who you are.
I know who you are.
And he gave the phone back to me. He was like, she's smart. I was just saying. She knows who it is.
Cause bro, I'm like, don't give me the saying.
She had an idea of who it was.
I did, and I was in the realm of who I thought it was, but I thought it was our best friend. So
I'll be like, I'm not in the market for a car right now. Stop calling me. That's what it says some off the wall stuff.
That Kevin Hart, after you got the microwave on high and walk out. But that doesn't take away, y'all. We're pretty much saying we're gonna have your back. But once we close them doors, you crazy? What are you doing?
Getting the curse out of
you
the century.
Crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna curse you out as friends.
No, because I hold my friends to the standard. Like Gigi said, I respect relationships and marriages and what that means. So if
karma.
Like you clearly are not the friend that should be in my circle if that's the behavior you go with.
So do you befriend people or keep people, do you call them friends, the people who are emotionally cheaters, like emotional cheaters, like serial emotional cheaters? Like, do you call them your friends?
Serial? No.
It was the cereal product.
Cereal, no. I understand that there's moments in people's lives that they can break. I can understand someone being human, but let's talk about that and let's get you through that. But serial cheater, no.
Listen, some people go unchecked for so long it becomes part of their character. So like,
that's fact.
Serial.
Yeah, but then now it's like, okay, what therapist we gotta go see? Or are we lying to ourselves now and you truly want to be out here flirting and doing what it is that you want to do? So let's get you out of a situation now, because now you're hurting people.
Yep.
It's fine flirting, but if you're gonna continue to flirt, why are you in a relationship?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that now.
Yeah.
Let's get you out of that situation. Let's say your mama died and you can't handle being with somebody. I don't know, but we got to get you out of this situation. I know, I'm pushing it. I'm being extra.
That's OD.
I'm just saying.
I have to change locations because my phone about to die and I gotta charge it. So let me plug it in.
Plug it in, plug it in. Well, we hear it too.
Yeah,
Click,
that's click.
click, click.
That's the Ethernet cord.
It sounded like it.
She plugged in now.
Ayo, well startup.
But good talk, guys. What you guys take away from this?
That was good.
I take away that you have to give people grace and room for improvement when it comes to like any type of just humanness, I guess, because like cheating, emotional cheating, I think is a part of being human, kind of like learning and growing. And I was more rigid before this conversation. I was like, no, they're emotionally cheating. Like, no, they gotta go. I'm through. I'm done with it. But as we were really talking, and I was able to see it like unraveled, and it's like, yeah, you have to, okay, give them a chance for the first time, but you have to make sure like they have like action changes in their actions, and then you can forgive them. But it also leads to other areas of your life. Like there's other aspects of it that are affected by emotional cheating, other than the person that you're with. That's what I take away.
Gigi pretty much wrapped it up. I think for me, emotionally cheating. I'm not gonna repeat everything she said, but like emotional cheating is a challenge that you gotta work through if it's a thing, especially if you're a big flirt and then you just enter into a relationship. You gotta figure out a fine line of what's okay and what's not okay.
And I agree with both of you guys. I think just knowing how to give grace where it's deserved and giving grace to yourself too, because temptation is real in the world and you just have to know where you're going too far at. So as long as you can understand yourself and where you need to know to cut the line at, and then having those conversations with your spouses to make sure that they understand where you feel emotionally cheating is the definition, I think it determines grace for everybody involved, and you have to evolve with that.
Oh, I got a question. So what if emotional cheating, right? What if the person needs to have like the feeling, like the energizing
adrenaline,
like in order for them to be like with their person, like it gives them more person.
Role play.
Oh, role play.
I love a good role play. Slide in the DM, like literally DM. Like I do that all the time. Like one dude, you know, the guy that I'm talking to, he posted a picture. He in the gym with his boy, and he's sitting down. So I'm like, dang, the dude's sitting down, fine as hell. Put me on. I mean, clearly I'm already talking to him, but you know, you role play like, damn, he fine. Put me on. Like, give me his number. I'm trying to holler. What's good? You know, like just role play. Like do the same thing. Send memes or be like, dang, you know, or just act like. Okay, this will be taken it too far. This is 30 in a mess up. Sorry, but I'm just saying, like you can do a lot of different types of role play where it still feels like emotionally cheating, but it's still you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Role playing is the best way because it gets you excited. It gives you the same excitement.
Ooh.
I mean, unless your spouse is just a square.
Unless
they just a square, you might need to move on. But the role playing usually works.
It's fun.
Must be nice. I'm trying to get like you, my boy. Yo, I'm in my man y'all to death. Yo, y'all understand. Y'all understand. Y'all gonna be like,
my man's color purple. My man's color.
That was Gigi's takeaway. My man.
Yeah, my man. Y'all gonna be sick of me.
Yeah, and you know, we still gonna love it. We gonna roll our eyes, but we still gonna love it.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, y'all. I mean, thank y'all for chilling with us, talking with us, laughing with us. Hopefully you took something away. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms, 30 in a mess, or hit us up on 30nmess.com, 30nmess@gmail.com. All of the tags are the same. That's 30 ANDAMESS. We love y'all. And we are going to catch y'all on the next episode.
Oh, go get our hoodie.
Look at our hoodies. They're on sale.
Merch. Get the
Make
merch.
sure you cop that. It's on our link tree. It'll be in the link. Check us out. We love y'all.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.